Without a further ado, guys, I'm going to bring Queen in. Everybody, can we get some Queens in the chat, please? I'm going to sit behind Queen like last week. Queen's going to lead the brigade on the chat tonight. And we're going to get started. We're going to be talking a little bit about abuse. Physical and mental abuse. Some of the stuff me and Queen have gone through and how we've dealt with it. That's what we're going to keep these chats relevant to us, guys, and give you a little bit of an insight into our lives and what we've gone through and what some of the stuff we've done. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here is my wife, the one, the only, twitch.tv/Queen Zara.
Wow.
What an introduction.
What an introduction. What an introduction.
What an introduction, guys.
Did you turn this light down?
No. I can turn it up, though.
Feels less bright today.
You got it? Knight, how are you, sir? Good choice of a raid, by the way. We love Mr. Coco. We love Mr. Coco.
Hi, everyone.
All right,
Hello.
I'm good. I'll watch that. You got that? I got this.
Thank you. Welcome in, everyone. So, I thought we could talk about a little bit about me and Crumpy's childhood. I saw in Discord Noden's story about his childhood. So it kind of gave me a thought of maybe we should talk about our childhood.
And if you don't know, guys, we've actually added a mental health channel into the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord yet, I have fixed all the links for the Discord, guys. If you're not in there, we do now have a mental health section where it's safe and you guys can talk about anything in there. It's all moderated, and there is a two. I'm good. I'm here.
No, you're not.
I'm here. There is a two-person one-on-one call you guys can do if you ever need somebody to chat to. So just know in the Discord now, guys, there is a mental health section that you guys can talk about stuff in there. There's been already some chat in there, and we'd like to see some more support and chat with each other when we're not doing these streams. You guys can go in there and continue the conversation and talk about things and be in a safe space, because that's what we like to provide for you guys. So just make sure you check it out.
Just want to go back and say hello to a few people. Hang on.
You can scroll.
Oh, how far do I scroll?
Yeah,
Alright, we'll go.
Queens.
Hi, Scrapsy, Missy, Cabbage, Jono, Twisted Woman. Is it Leah?
Leah Bear, yeah.
Hi, Leah. Hi, Cheerio. Rui. Is it Garnight?
Just say night.
Night?
I don't know why the fuck he's got Gar night at the front. It's called night.
Pyro, hi. Hi, Jay. Mirage. Hi, Sarah. Queen, you're looking fantastic today. Thank you. How am I today?
Good night, so like good night.
Oh, good night.
Good night. But
Oh.
it's not good night, it's go night.
Oh, good. Looking good.
He's looking good. I know that's why he comes in here too.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. How are you today? I've actually had a really shit day today. Just mentally as well. Mentally, I've had a really shit day just because I'm back where I was 2 months ago with no job and shit. So yeah, today I've been just like, what the fuck am I gonna do with my life? Yeah. I know I've got a lot of potential for so many different
That was such a voice
pathways. I could go
Oh
down
my
so
God, I
many
don't
different
wanna talk about it.
pathways, but it's like which one actually fits well with not only me but our family. Because I can't go and work like stupid hours because, you know, I've got to manage Crumpy, I've got to manage the kids, and it's just like so hard for us to find something for me to do. Plus, I've now got the same back injury as Crumpy, and there's very limited of things that I can actually do physically now, so kind of fucking sucks. But yeah, I'm trying to
No, George, I'm still here, mate. I'm still here.
trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do with my life now.
Twisted Woman, you need to get some clips so we can show off your channel, Twisted Woman. We need some clips.
Alright. Shall we get started?
You can go first. You go first, and then I'll...
Oh, you want me to start first with
You
my
start.
life?
You start first, because you're in the channel.
What?
And then I'll start.
Okay. So everyone should know by now that I've come from a very big family. I didn't actually grow up with half of them. So my mom and dad, let's start with my father, hey? My father grew up in a very strict Christian family. They went to church like 5 days a week, and yeah, everything was all about God and prayers and Sunday school and
what any good Christian family would do.
yeah, but it was kind of excessive. It was over the top. Anyway, my mother met my father. She was only 13 at the time when they met. She ended up getting pregnant with me at 16 years old with him. As soon as his family found out, they arranged marriage, and she actually got married at the age of 17, and she was still pregnant with me. They had to make sure that they were married before I was born. He wasn't a very nice man. Closed doors. He, in the face of the church and his family, the sun shined out of his asshole, and he was a singer. He was the church singer. He still does sing to this day. Yes, trigger warning for everyone, by the way. This stuff is very...
This stuff is very deep, and this stuff may impact some people. So just be aware, this is like a grown-up chat. This isn't like a...
It's not child chat.
This is not a child chat for
No.
anybody in here.
No.
This is meant for mature audiences, and some of the stuff we may talk about may hit home, it may get real, but just know there are people in here who you can talk to about, and there are people in here you can discuss this with about. This is a safe space. So this is for people where they're okay. Just be warned though, we're going to get into some deep shit.
Very deep shit. Might come to like surprise to many, might relate to a lot of people, might trigger a lot of people, might cause a lot of people's trigger some depression or anxiety in people. So just beware of.
We're here.
Yeah.
And if you need to say anything in chat, we will not miss it. I'll make sure of it. I'll make sure we do not miss any comments you guys need to talk about. Especially like Loomies. I got affiliated today and need to get a tax file number. Well done on getting affiliate, Loomie.
Woo!
Well done, let's go. Awesome job. Now you need a tax file number. Yes, you do. To get paid.
Jono, you will find the right place soon. Don't give up. Believe in yourself and you will go far.
She's had a few interviews last week, so we're just waiting to hear back from them.
Yeah, I've had a few job opportunities, but they haven't really gotten back to me yet. So I'm just in limbo at the moment. And yeah, I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing myself? So yeah.
So carrying on with your father.
Thank you. Where was I up to?
Sunshine out of his ass, but behind closed doors.
Oh yeah, okay. So my father was very well known in the church and to his family. He was kind of like the center of attention. Everybody knew who he was. He was like the entertainer. So like if there was like a family gathering or something was happening at the church, he was always the first person to stand up and sing. So everybody knew who he was. But behind closed doors, he was very abusive. He was very abusive towards my mother and to the kids. So between him and my mother, there was 5 girls, me being the oldest. So there was 5 girls under the age of 7. So within 7 years, there was 5 kids. The job I'm in I didn't even apply for and been there for 6 years now. Oh, awesome. See, that's something. That's awesome. Welcome in, everyone.
Hey, Charles.
Yeah, my mother was pretty fragile, so she didn't have a voice. She kind of just copped everything, and
Because she pretty much ran away. Why turn those off?
Get fucked. I wanna know.
Why turn them off?
If you're a mad
Thank you for the host, by the way, full auto girl. There, now they're off. Now they're off. Okay. My bad. Carry on.
Yeah, so my mother wasn't a very strong person.
And she'd also pretty much ran away from her own family to be with your father's family.
Yeah, she didn't like her own family, so she thought that my father was like a way out of her own family. Thank you, Tiles. I feel weird when people call me beautiful.
I now you know how I feel.
No, I don't even like it when
now
he
you know
calls
how
me
I
beautiful.
feel when people say shit to me. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't know what to do with my
Yeah,
hands.
exactly.
Yeah, so the type of stuff that my father used to do to my mother, and all of our kids, like all us kids seen it all, was stuff like hitting her, chasing her around the house with weapons, locking her up. Yeah, he used to chase her around the house with knives and throw knives at her. My mother was way too scared to do anything. Like, she just copped it all. She didn't have a voice. She was too scared. And whenever we went to like a family outing or like an event or something where there was like heaps of people, she would just sit there and be quiet. Like, she would never say a peep. She wouldn't speak up or say anything, and we always had to be on our best behavior as well. My father was psychotic, man. He had something really wrong with his brain. Like, people still today, the church community and even his own family don't even know what we went through as kids.
Hello, Shadow.
Hi, Shadow. So, yeah, still today, he will go and sing to the fucking church and still go to his family. I don't associate with my father's side of the family at all, because they wouldn't believe me by bar or so of the type of person he actually is. Like, for instance, the stuff that he used to do to us kids is he used to lock us up in our rooms, and he used to have this belt, like, you know, like normal belts, but this belt had fucking metal spikes on the cunt, and he used to, like, whip us up the wall, and me and my sisters would be, like, climbing up the fucking wall trying to get away from him, like, screaming our fucking lungs out, and my mother would be standing at the doorway watching, because she knew if she stepped in and tried to help us, he would then turn and fucking flog her. So
Mirage.
this is very relatable, Crean. When I grew up, there was often times where my dad would get drunk and come after my mother and with guns. Oh, mother and I with guns. Holy shit, really? I remember having to call 911 on him as early as 8 years old it was a common occurrence. Holy shit, man, with guns? Fuck. I thought knives were bad, but, like, guns? I think because, I mean, if guns were fucking
Legal in Australia.
legal or accessible, easily accessible in Australia, I think he probably would have went there. But holy shit.
Did he ever get in shit for this, or because that's pretty bad? That's what George said.
Well, it gets worse.
Yeah, this isn't over. This is just the beginning. And then I've got my side to go as well, so we could be here for a while, guys.
He had a Magnum and 2 different rifles. Holy fucking shit. That's scary, man.
It's alright, Soda, no worries. We're just talking about mine and Queen's childhoods, that's all. We're giving you guys a bit of a backstory into our childhoods. So just be warned. Just be warned. There is some stuff that might trigger some people. There is some stuff that might upset some people. So
it might bring up like
childhood with Mirage.
Like Mirage, it will bring up a lot of, like, if you guys went through that, it might bring up a lot of stuff that user might have deliberately forgotten about or don't want to talk about. But it does explain the reason being people's personalities and why people are the way they are as adults. I believe that 100%. Whatever you go through as a child, like from the age of like 0 to 18 or even older,
probably good shout, George.
100%.
You're right, keep talking.
What are you doing?
Just keep talking.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Good shout, George. There we go. Keep going.
Yeah, 100%. That's, I like to know, like, if the people want to tell me, but I like to know people's backstories because it gives you
an insight of to where they are in the world and how they got to where we are. Like with my and Queen's stories, guys, you're probably gonna go, how the fuck are they the way they are? Like all the shit they've been through. Like like Queen's gets deep and mine gets deep. Like there's two, and that's probably one thing we do have in common, which is really fucked up, is that we have sort of the same stories. that's probably what brought us together as well.
Jono, I can also relate, but sorry,
Not my dad,
eyes.
my mum's boyfriend. I once found my mum almost give in on life when I was 12, and he was a big bloke. I attacked him and he hit me, and that was the final straw. He was a heavy drinker.
No shit.
Yeah.
So my dad wasn't a drinker, and he didn't do drugs either.
It was just
So he was just mentally,
unstable.
yeah. I don't even know where it come from, like where I don't know, yeah. I mean, he grew up in South Africa, so the whole of his childhood was in South Africa. He came over here very young, or not so, like in his mid-teens. In Australia, sorry. So I don't even know what time. I know South Africa's quite brutal over there. There's a lot of gunfighting, a lot of violence.
Especially against different colours of race.
Yeah.
In South Africa, so
I know their culture over there is very different to here. And I'm not sure what type of upbringing he had. And I don't know if that reflects or
what's
whatever,
made him the way he is.
why he did the things he did to his own family. But I'm not making excuses for him. But I try to be...
Look from everybody. Look from all perspectives when you... That's why you're in the role you're in.
I try to be open-minded and try and find out why people make their decisions. But yeah, what he did was very, very wrong for many, many years.
True. That's why I try and be open-minded.
That's why I try and be open-minded with my rape, yes. And my abuse, yes.
And that's why we're here to talk about that stuff, so there's more awareness out there. That's why we're making them into YouTube videos, so that way even people who miss these are able to rewatch them. I don't know if we could ever turn them into a podcast or something, but that might be in the works as well. Guys, if you ever miss one of these as well, the video goes up onto YouTube. I'll put it up either tomorrow or the next day, so you guys can rewatch them if you miss these ever. But yeah, we're just here to share our stories and let you guys know that this is a safe space where if you need to talk and share your own. Like, we're never going to go into, like, logistics of mental health. Like, we're going to share our own stories, our own experiences.
And how we did
and how we deal with them. Because we're not experts. Like, Queen works in the field, but we're not experts. And we don't want anybody to ever take our advice like we're a medical person. We're just trying to express and tell you guys about our experiences. So that way, if you guys have sort of been through the same, you can understand that you're not alone and there are people here and it's okay to not be okay. Hello, Bubba, you beautiful man.
Hi,
Love
Bubba.
you, Bubba. But yeah, after the spiking with the belt.
I'm under 18, but I'm mature. How old are you, Soda? Oh my god, now you're giving me anxiety.
Oh, days. Oh, days.
Good job, guys.
Yo, reading chat, so he won't continue with the game. I see you.
Yeah, so yeah, my mother was way too scared to step into, to help any of us. He actually cheated on my mother when I was 5, I think. I think I was 5. My mother found out, and we actually moved upstate about 15 hours.
So that was the first time you got away.
No, we didn't get away from him.
You's moved, all of you's moved.
Yeah, we all moved
So your father could get away
away.
from the ladies.
So my father wouldn't have any contact with this other woman.
We're good, Bubba. We're just doing some Some mental health chats, bro.
And then things started escalating a lot because the other woman wasn't quite accessible to him whenever he wanted, and it was only like phone calls and stuff that he could have contact with this other woman. We later found out that he actually got this other woman pregnant at the same time that he got my mother pregnant with the last baby girl. So on the fifth girl, my fifth sister.
Fifth sibling on your mother's side.
Oh, my mum, like me, yeah, between me and my mum. I mean, my dad.
Your mum and your dad.
My mum and my dad. She had her fifth child
At the
same time that my dad and the other woman was having a baby as well. They're actually only 2 months apart, I think. Around about 2 months apart. They're the exact same age. So things started escalating when we moved. The violence started getting pretty bad. For instance, my dad used to lock me up in the cupboard. When my dad used to order my mother to go to the shop, like, she'd had to take only... There was like a time limit. If she wasn't back in time, then she'd get flogged. But while my mum was out shopping, my dad would do things to me that, well, fucking is like scarred in my brain for the rest of my life. For instance, one time he boiled the jug. I don't know if the overseas guys know what that means. Put the kettle on. Does that make sense? Put the kettle on.
Put on the coffee machine.
Put the coffee machine on. I don't know.
I
don't know what
kind of cup of coffee.
Yeah, he boiled the jug. Put the kettle on. Yeah. Why didn't I report? Because I was 7. But this all happened to me from the age of what I can remember. From the age of like 4 to 7.
Yeah, like tea.
4 to 7 and a half.
Cup of tea.
Because after that, yeah, we never had actually, we had contact with him about 5 years later.
So what happened was he literally boiled the kettle and he tipped it all over her.
Yeah.
He tipped the hot water all over
So,
her.
sorry, I was going off track.
I know. I'm trying to keep you there. I'm going to read a story in a minute.
So, yeah, one of the times my mother went to the shop, he boiled the kettle, boiled the jug, forced me on the floor, lifted my shirt up, and he poured the fucking whole jug all over my stomach. Naturally, I was screaming and fucking yelling and fucking going off my nuts. And he heard my mother come up in the driveway, and he grabbed me and he stuck me in a cold shower. And my mum's rushed in and goes, "What's happened to Zara?" And he just goes, she tipped the hot water on herself. She accidentally tipped the hot water on herself while I was making a cup of coffee. And I was in so much fucking pain. I literally, like, cried myself, I knocked myself out crying. Because if I told my mother, then he was just going to go more psycho. We couldn't say anything.
Here's a story from Killer. Backstory. I was born to a 16-year-old mother who had moved 38 times and has been married 4 times. Myself, a boy who felt alone in the world. The men in her life were not very nice. One eyewitness attacked my mother with crutches not long after a serious car accident. Second was an abusive child abuser during my 8th and 12th years. I had a Christmas that I was told I wasn't getting anything. That Christmas never came. Third, a drunk who never stayed for his own daughter or son. The man crushed my larynx, I'm assuming that's throat, and caused the police to arrive on Christmas Day. Fourth, actually a good guy. I only met my real dad when I was 18 and he was a drunk. I've missed so much of my father's side of the family. I have 7 other siblings that I don't feel I fit into. That's my story. So we're gonna get into a bit of that sort of side of like not having fathers when I start talking, Killer. But I definitely feel that, man. I definitely that definitely resonates with me, man. And I hope you're okay. Threats like "I'm gonna kill your mum" are often used to scare. Exactly, they are. So that was that, and then she went on a few years dealing with all this shit, and her father. Ads. Sorry, guys. Whispers. Got you. We'll pause for the ads.
So sorry you had to go through that.
Alright, you go.
Do we carry on?
Yeah. The ads should be
Finished?
over by
Okay.
now.
Ads are finished. So they got to a point where when we were living so far away from family, like close family, my mother's father got really sick and she had to fly to another state to be with him, and he ended up passing away while she was down there. She was only down there for a couple of days. And in the meantime, we had to stay home with my father. She only went down there by herself. Actually, she actually took the baby with her. She took Shania with her.
Are we using names now?
Yeah. She took the baby with her.
Are we using names now?
And while she was down there, she actually opened up to her side of the family and told her what was going on. Told them what was going on in the relationship. And they planned an out for her. So a few of my aunties came back up to the house. They all came up with her and they called the police, and the police was there when my mother came and got the rest of the kids, the rest of the 4 kids, and removed us from his care. And I still remember the day that happened. My mother fucking went into the house with the police outside, and my father was like, why are you doing this to us? Why are you doing this to me? You know, I take care of you. I'm the best husband in the world, and I know I treat you like a queen and all this fucking crap. And like, I look at it back now and I'm like, oh my god, like the shit that came out of your mouth, cunt. You treat my mother like that's how you treat a queen? Like, fuck off, cunt.
True.
When I was raped, I never reported or told anyone about it because I was ashamed and scared. I was told he would hurt my family. Yeah, that's what happened to me when I was raped. I didn't tell anybody for a good couple of weeks, but it came down on me really hard, so I kind of just blurted it out to my mum.
She literally pushed me away as well because she didn't want me
Yeah,
to find out.
I didn't want anything to do with Crumpet for a long time.
She pushed me away as well. She told me that she didn't want to see me anymore. She didn't want to be with me anymore. All because of what had happened.
Yeah, I didn't want
Because
anything.
She didn't want anybody to find out.
No.
And that's the worst thing you can do, is not tell anybody about it, because there are people out there who will support you. There are people out there who will have your back.
Yeah.
And she was worried that we either wouldn't believe her and not support her, and 2,
I thought that guy was actually going to kill me.
yeah.
That's why I didn't tell anybody.
So just know, guys, it is always important to speak up. Even if you tell somebody an anonymous, you go to somebody and don't use names. Like, you need to tell somebody if these things happen. Good morning, baby Nerf Gun. How are you? It's good to see you. I'm sorry you and anyone else has gone through horrors as a child. Now I'm struggling to read. Hey, it's okay. People are going to cry. I'm probably going to cry when I start talking about my stuff later, because my stuff gets pretty deep as well. So just know, guys, we're all here for each other. If you need tissues, it's okay to cry. It's okay to not be okay. That's why the trigger warning's there. If you guys want to be here, we understand. If you can't deal with it, it's okay. That's the other thing. I thought no one would believe me. Exactly. And a lot of people go into that stage where they think someone's just going to think I'm lying. And the world used to be really bad about that type of stuff. Like, they used to crucify people for trying to tell the truth, because it used to be all these boys clubs and people being really nasty and mean, and that's how the world used to be. But these days, everybody's getting a lot stronger, and the more conversations we have, the more chats we have like this, the more comfortable and safe people will feel.
Makes people more stronger.
Makes people more stronger by being able to talk and say and be there. I just watched a TikTok last night that I felt was triggering to me. I got some memories about my kind, shaky past from my mum. I cried a good bit. And that's okay. That's okay. It's okay to cry, guys. I mean, you guys know I cry enough on the channel, but I can cry talking about my dog. But it's good to be in touch with your emotions. If you don't have a good cry every once in a while, you just build it up, and then you'll explode.
Yeah.
This is full auto girl. I was molested by my grandfather from the age of 8 to 16, and I never told anyone till I finally moved in with my mum, because I was scared and very confused, and my mum did something about it, so I had to talk to some people, but my dad never believed me. So to this day, I still have issues with my dad's side of the family, because it was his father that did it. So now I'm super scared about my kids being around men, because I never want it to happen to them.
Yes.
And that's sort of what that's what sort of what I was talking about with the boys club thing. Like, men stand by men regardless of what they've done, and it's not okay. That's why more people need to speak up, because the age we're in now is so much better than 30 years ago. And if we keep evolving and getting to the way we are, everybody will be able to feel safe.
I really appreciate everybody opening up right now. It really, like, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I thank you. Like, you guys are awesome. You guys are so strong. And, like, it's not just my stories, but everybody's stories collectively is making me, like, getting emotional a little bit, because, like, it just makes me so happy and proud of you guys for opening up and
being able to
talk about real life struggles, like what people actually go through. Like, people actually go through this shit, and it's just amazing. Like, you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing.
Twisted Woman, have you seen the movie Once Were Warriors? That was my upbringing. Yes.
Wow.
And that movie is very triggering to some people to this day.
I couldn't even, like, I can't even stand watching that movie.
I can't watch it, because that brings up a lot of memories for me as well, that movie. And it's very, that movie is very triggering for me as well.
Yeah.
Because it's very, like, even though I wasn't, like, I'm not a Kiwi or anything like that, once I start telling my story as well, you'll sort of understand why. And yeah, that movie is very, very triggering.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, I still struggle with what happened, almost about disassociation and questioning myself, like, did this really happen? I still feel a burning of the marks he left. So that's something that's mentally, that's got you mentally. Like, obviously you're not in physical pain anymore, but you've just got to remember that there are people out there that are here for you. There are people everywhere that are for you. The more our community grows, and the more we all grow together as one, the more we will get better at being able to talk to our counterparts and talk to our friends and our family about what happened. Obviously, we're not in the same countries or the same places.
But also makes you feel more comfortable when when somebody tells you something about their life.
Yeah.
And then it makes you more comfortable talking and speaking about it because you can.
Well, your weight loss, okay?
You're stronger in your own experiences.
Yeah, and just you guys just knowing that you have
Only
somewhere where you
3%
can
fat
talk
off
about
you, okay?
stuff is also a very big key, because usually people feel like they've got nowhere to tell anybody, or they've got nowhere to talk about things, or they've got nowhere to share things, and they feel like they're all by themselves. And these chats are why we're here, so we can have these chats, so we can all talk about these things, so you guys know that there are other people, not only me and Queen that are there, but there are people in the chat as well who want to be there for you by sharing their stories and being so open and honest. And sort of the thing I sort of realised the other day is we're just getting started with this, guys. This is not just something that's going to fade away. It's like once you poke a hole in a pool, what happens? All the water flows out and everything's all released. And it's sort of like that pressure's building up. And once you poke that hole in that pool, all the water flows out and we're all able to be together and be able to talk about stuff as one, which is really important. Yeah, not believing is a big thing. I have since told people I trust, although I trust them, there is a sense of disbelief. When abusers can hide their true colours, others are less likely to believe the younger party. I've even been told you must be remembering it differently. Exactly. And that's how some parents have said it.
Trying to cover it up.
Trying to cover it up. Some parents have said, oh no, you remember that wrong.
Well, that didn't happen.
Or that didn't happen.
Yeah.
As a way to cover it up.
And then that's happened to me. And then you stop and you second guess yourself and you go,
did it happen?
Did it happen? Am I making it up?
Yeah.
Like,
and that sends you into a spiral even worse.
Yeah.
Because then you're second guessing yourself, trying to think, did it happen? And really it did. The emotional relief you're helping with is amazing. Thank you, Killer Out. We appreciate that. What topic are we on right now? So we're on the topic of domestic abuse and mental abuse casualty. That's what we're talking about today.
Child abuse.
Child abuse. How are you, by the way, Casualty? Thanks for coming in. Canoe, thanks for coming in. JMS, hey guys, hope you're going good. Hope today's going good for everyone here. Sorry, just joining in. Yeah, we're going okay, JMS. Just having a chat. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I have no problem opening up about it. I just know what happened will trigger a lot of people. Yeah, exactly. And that's why George said put the trigger warning on there, so that way we know. People coming in here will know that we're talking about some deep shit, and we're getting into some topics. So there's no need for anyone to be ashamed. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Exactly. And that's what the person tries to make you feel after they've done what they've done, is that you're the one in the wrong. They try and make that so that you feel like you're the one who's made the wrong decision. You're the one who's stuffed up, when it's them. It's all them. And just know, guys, if something like that happens to you, you're never in the wrong, okay? If somebody says you leaded them on, you never did. You have the right to say no. You have the right to get out of the situation. You have that right. Everything is in your control. Just know that.
Even when I was in the moment of my what would you call it, rape, for instance, when I was being raped and I was in the moment, I had this big massive lump in my throat from trying to cry and scream at the same time. I couldn't physically use my voice, so I was trying to scream and cry, but I also was trying to tell him to stop and no, but nothing was actually coming out of my mouth because I was in so much fucking panic. So, like, there's so many different situations where your body just goes into shock mode. And sometimes you can physically can't even say fucking stop or no. Like, it's unreal how your body reacts to certain situations.
Sometimes you just go into shock. Because you can't actually believe what's going on.
And your body, like when I was in my situation, my body was just felt so weak. Even though I tried to be like as strong as possible, physically, I felt really weak. Like I couldn't physically push him off me or get him off me.
He was being dominant.
Yeah, and so when I was in, I physically felt like I was fucked. Like I was gonna die.
The TikTok last night makes me wonder if I was actually abused as a kid. Whenever my mum got mad at me, she would get me to the point of slapping me in the face and banging my head into a wall and was cussing me out. I was only 10 at the time and I didn't say anything because at the time I thought it was discipline. Now I'm really wondering that's what got to me last night.
What's the TikTok?
It's about, he didn't say what the TikTok was about. He just said his mother would slap him in the face and bang his head into the wall when he was younger and cuss him, swear at him.
That's still abuse,
That's
mate.
still abuse, mate.
It's still something that's going to stick in your head for the rest of your life.
You remember that. Like,
Yeah.
you remembering that from a young age just goes to show that it is abuse.
Even though she might put it down to something that she
Like
may
discipline?
not have meant, or like I don't know what kind of context that she said or
Needed
made
to get to that level.
to cover up the actual abuse, like what you think that might not be abuse. Because parents can do that. They'll say something and go, "Oh, that wasn't abuse. That's me doing this to teach you something."
Yeah. TikTok was a baby being abused by a babysitter.
Oh shit! Really? What the fuck is that doing on TikTok?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I hope everyone finds healing even in the things that are hard to talk about. Thank you, Crumpet and Queen. From Baby Nerf Gun. Some things will still trigger you many years later. Sometimes yelling will trigger me. That's from Cheerio.
Yes.
Coco finished, so we came straight over. Thank you, Casualty.
Yes.
I don't like yelling either. It really scares me. We try our very best to not yell at the children. We try our very best. Sometimes there are a whole bunch of different factors that come into situations. Like, and we be real in this channel. We tell people how it is. And
sometimes our kids are different.
yeah.
Sometimes the only way they communicate with us is by yelling.
At us. They yell at us.
And I think that's got a lot to do with their mental health and what they're diagnosed with. Sometimes they're going to be really quiet and you can't understand what the fuck they're saying. But majority of the time, if they're really hyped up and in one of those moods, the only way that they're going to communicate with you is if they're yelling. Or that they don't even mean to talk loud, but their voice is up here.
Yeah.
So then we tend to use our voice really loud.
Casualty, I was in an emotionally abusive relationship for 13 years, just got out in March. Well done to you, Casualty, for getting out. That's talking to Andy. Sometimes there are no words, you just freeze. Exactly.
Yep.
You can't do anything about it. You can't do anything about it. How are you, Casualty? The TikTok, yeah. You are just amazing, Queen. All I can say is you're beautiful and such a loving, kind, and caring woman. From Tals.
Thank you, Tals.
Good morning, Cousin Joe from Good Morning, Queen and Crumpy.
Good morning.
Guys, why is Queen getting the recognition? Why is Queen first?
Because I'm sitting in the fucking
Okay,
chair.
true.
That's why.
It was really getting to me last night, and when I discovered that you guys were talking about abuse, I felt like it was important to bring it up. Absolutely, Andy. And that's what these chats are for. That's why we're here to talk. Good morning, Element. How are you, sir? Good morning. Hey, guys. Good to be back here. Keep it up. You help many people. Freeman, thank you so much. We appreciate, and all the lurkers who are in here lurking and just watching, we appreciate you guys being in here too. You don't have to talk. You can just listen to us. Nobody has to Nobody has to share with their stuff. Nobody has to talk. We've got stories to tell you guys. We can talk. Because she's the queen. Yes, she's the star of the show, Dick. Okay, right.
Because she's
gotta
the
understand.
queen.
Yeah. You're both amazing. You get your time. Okay, Roo. All right, I understand. Pac-Man, thank you for the heart. With my disability, I hate being yelled or voice raised at, and I start crying, or I get yelled, or I start crying. Yeah, okay. You're the psychic on Monday's cunt. This is Queen Show. Okay. All right, Roo. I've heard you the first time.
Hello, Dad.
I'm currently lurking and listening, sorting out. I got you, George. Hello. No, you can't come in here. See what you've done? Now you think. Now, Ellie thinks it's okay that you're coming in.
Oh, you have no.
Because
Here
you're-
comes the
Ellie, you've got no
kids.
clothes on.
Maybe that's what I should ask every new person who comes in. Just get like a
and
real
Mum
a
are
bigger
both on
sample size.
Guess who's the two? Like, guess the two kids.
Guess the two. Well, they heard me just say the names.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hello, Kester Wiseman. How are you? Everybody say hello, Cairo.
Hello. Hello, Rui. You're tired. Go to bed.
Yeah, you're tired. Go to bed.
You have school tomorrow.
Good night.
School tomorrow, bedtime.
No.
Shiro said hi, Cairo. Scrapsy said hi, Cairo. Sarah said hi, Cairo. Kester said hi, everyone except Crumpy. Love you. Good night.
Love you, everybody.
So then Queen moves up to, where did you go? Up to.
So from there, where was I up to? Yeah, my mother got like an order or something. I don't know what she got or got done, but she pretty much got removed from the house that we were in. And she took us back down to the state that she was seeing her father, and her father actually passed away at the same time, or around about the same time. And she actually met another bloke, a bikie, within weeks of leaving my father. And she fell really hard really quickly. And then all of a sudden it wasn't about us, it was all about him.
My marriage was based around her telling me I was never good enough for anything. It's been 4 years and I still have doubts about myself, but I'm working through it. Are you still in this relationship now, Element?
Well, my marriage was based around her telling me I was never good enough for anything.
Was based around, which means he's not in it anymore?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I think was means not anymore.
I'm so glad that you're not in that relationship anymore, because you are
Hello,
fucking,
Shane.
like, you can do anything, mate.
Yeah. There's always somebody out there. No, we've been divorced. Okay, we've been divorced, yeah. So, with that, just going into that, we always speak about erasing toxicity from your life. It doesn't matter how hard it is. If the person needs you more than you need them, then that's not the right relationship to be in. It should be a counterbalance. It should be together. You should need each other just as much as the other one, because otherwise then it doesn't work. And if you're not both communicating freely and openly about everything, then there's something wrong there. So just make sure you're communicating.
Just want to let you guys know as well, in the last probably 3 years, me and Crumpy have come a long fucking way.
Yeah.
We might have been together for
nearly
15 and a half years.
Nearly 16.
But it's only been the last probably 3 that we have been...
Grown up together.
Yeah, we've
literally had
communicated more. We listen to each other. We work as a team. What are you doing?
Nothing. We've literally had to grow up together. Because we had kids so young.
Yeah. So, like, we had different directions in our lives as well. Like, so, because I met him when I was 15 years old. We started dating when I was 15. So, yeah, it's only been the last few years that we've actually connected and been a closer people in our marriage as well. Stop!
I'm not doing anything. My chest is
What are
sore.
you doing?
Where it got waxed?
Keep your hands like that.
Okay.
Can you imagine if I started doing that and going like this? Oh yeah, my chest, my fucking chest.
Yeah, you can do that. If you
Yeah,
want.
no, dickhead.
Hello, Shane. Shane's here, babe. Shane Green's here.
I can vouch for that. You guys have been through hell.
Yes, Shane, we have. Sorry, I'm not talking much today. I'm in a bad spot right now.
Shane
physically
Green
and
is one of
mentally
our
will be
very,
okay.
very
Honestly, isn't
closest
anything I
friends.
can do
He's
by
practically our
talking
family.
about it. Pyro, if you want to talk after the stream, bro, I'm here. Pyro, if you want to talk after the stream, bro, I'm here. Alright? Just so you know. So then Queen got into... thank you for the follow, TTV Sweet Boy. Thank you for the follow. Hydrate.
Oh, and you heard a few hosts too, by the way.
Killer out, full auto girl, BBW. Thank you for the host, guys. Appreciate it. All right, got you, bro.
Sweet Boy says no problem.
Got you, Pyro. I just wanted to share that even though I'm still working through it, I've been streaming and making new friends. Anything is possible. Yes. And that's what we're always trying to preach in here, Element, is that you can find some amazing people. You just got to keep looking. Don't settle for second best. Don't settle for being somebody who's needed, not wanted. Don't settle for shit. Don't settle for toxicity. You will find people out there. I've met so many amazing fucking people on Twitch. It's unreal. Instead of real life, I've met them on Twitch. I've got 2 friends in real life. 2. I've got one down the Gold Coast and one came and saw me today. That's 2. Shane's in the chat.
Shane
Coops is
Green.
usually in the chat. Good morning, Sales Pro. How are you? So don't settle for second best, guys. Don't just accept the fact that
Let's go
nothing
legit
is going to get
boss
better.
dog. Show some
You
metal
just need to
support.
keep looking.
You guys,
need
if
to
you're just
keep
coming
trying.
in from a raid
You
with
will get there. You will
hat
find
hair.
some
I
amazing
got hat
people
hair.
on
Yeah,
Twitch,
I'm
guys.
sweating.
Right
I'm
here is a
sweating.
good
You
place
guys,
to
look.
start. Everybody in here right now chatting about their issues is a fucking beautiful person. And we appreciate, both me and Queen, appreciate all of you guys being in here right now talking about this stuff. Because without you guys...
There's
we
no channel.
can't share our stories.
There's
like
no channel.
we've got nobody to talk to either. So you guys are fucking unreal, and we can't thank you guys enough because without you guys, we're not here. So good morning, Gorm. Why am I leaning into the phone like it's a microphone? Good
I've
morning,
no idea. Got a few more hosts.
Good morning, Sales Pro. How are you, sir?
Thank you, Element, for the host. Thank
Blunts
you, Charlie, for the
Mackenzie,
host.
Good morning. How are we? Scrapsy, I was leaning into the fucking phone. Element and Charlie, thank you for the host, guys. Alright, so Queen's going to finish off her story with her father, and then I'm going to get into my stuff.
Hi, welcome in, everybody.
Hello, Lemon.
Daniel.
Daniel. Now you're on to Daniel.
Oh, right. So my stepfather, he was a bikie. We had no contact with my father for a few years after that. I think because my mum and her new boyfriend, to me, when I was that age, I think it was like 7 or 8, it felt like that in the situation they were running from something. I think something was happening in their lives that they weren't like telling us, because all of a sudden they've packed up our family car and we're driving state to state to state to state to state, living in a fucking tent, camping on the side of the road. We traveled the entire fucking country, and like back then, I was just thinking, you know, we're traveling, like we're going on a holiday and we're traveling. But now I go back and I think about it. I think they were actually running away from something. That something was happening in their lives that they were trying to get away from. I don't know what. I would love to know why, because it just doesn't make sense to me now. Because they packed up our house that we were in so abruptly, and literally left all the furniture and everything in our house, and we literally just packed all the clothes that we had and we kept driving until we moved. We found a spot on the other side of the country, and we actually stayed there for 4 years. And my mother ended up having 2 more children, 2 boys with this man. My mental health as a kid from like when my mother left my father, like growing up with my stepdad, my mental health was really shit as a kid. I used to try and find anything I could to try and commit suicide. Like, I used to try and find anything I could to try and hang myself. So, my mother, like, for instance, towels or bedding. My mother had to put all the towels and bedding in the boot of the car and lock the car up just so I couldn't get my hands on stuff to try and commit suicide. Because I hated my fucking life so much. Because one, my mother never knew anything what my father used to do to me while she was not there. And 2, I was like, well, my mother fucking doesn't love us anymore and doesn't give a shit about us because she's got this whole new man and new life and new kids now. So she wasn't really putting any of the girls first in her life anymore. So we were just like tag-alongs.
She pretty much pushed the girls to the side and concentrated on the boys with the new husband.
Yeah, so she...
Every weekend she would ship all the girls off to the grandparents and have like a separate life with the boys.
Yeah, she didn't really include us in her life growing up, so I didn't really have a mother, and so then I took on the responsibility of raising my siblings, or my sisters. So I took on the mother role, and that's where I found myself growing up really fucking fast. You know, making dinners, changing nappies. Fucking, I was doing all this shit when I was like 9, 10 years old. Cleaning, doing the laundry, you know, all the fucking adult shit. It wasn't just chores, it was something that I had to do, otherwise it wasn't going to get done because my mother wasn't really being a mother, if you want to put it that way.
Hello, poetry. Sales Pro said, damn, happy you chose life, young lady. Lady Raven said, hello, young, beautiful Mama Crumpets.
I died from a fucking...
Everybody's saying hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Sharing the love. That's what it's all about, guys. Sharing the love. And from there...
From there, we actually moved back to the state that we started in because my grandmother got sick and she ended up passing away not too long after that. I was 13 years old when she passed away, and we moved back to the area where my father was. We actually didn't have any contact with him, but he sneakily arranged something with my aunties and uncles, so his brothers and sisters. His brothers and sisters contacted my mum and said, hey, can we have the girls for the weekend? We're going to go camping. Would love to take the girls camping. And mum's like, yeah, why not? You know, we haven't seen you guys for so long. As long as the girl's father's not around, that's fine. And they're like, yeah, you know, the girl's father's not going to have anything to do with them. And we got to the camping site and my father was there. Yeah, and then shit just went downhill even further than that. He ended up molesting my sisters. And my sister didn't actually tell us until a few like years later, and what the story that she actually said to us made 100% sense to me when she was telling me, because it felt like I was reliving the moments, and I was like, fuck, oh my god, like, Because
Why didn't you speak up?
Yeah, I was like, fuck, why didn't you say anything? Because when it actually happened to her, I was actually in the same room as her and I didn't even know. That's how fucking sneaky he was. Yeah, I was actually literally in the same fucking room when it happened and I didn't even know. So that was actually, it was fucking disgusting. My mother, we end up reporting him, and to this day he's living in a different state, and on the run from the police from being charged, but he's actually had
we've seen pictures of him with his mother and father and brothers and sisters in Queensland.
Yeah.
They still have no idea what he's done.
No, they have no idea what his background's like.
They still have no idea what he's done.
Nothing.
Which is the worst part. And even if the girls were to tell the grandparents,
they wouldn't believe me.
They wouldn't believe him. So it's pointless even trying, because they're in that type of old school frame where this guy still, the sun shines out of his ass, and they're not going to believe anything otherwise. So
my father went on and had 10 other children, 9 girls and 1 boy. So in total, he had 14 girls and 1 boy.
Morning, Beige.
I've later found out that he's actually sexually assaulted or molested 3 other of my siblings from another mother. So my biological sister, like my sister, she's actually the second oldest, and she has autism. So she's not going to speak up. She's a very, very, very quiet girl, and she wasn't going to speak up. So for her to even tell us what he did was a big fucking thing for her. But yeah, he's actually done it to 3 other of my siblings, and he's currently on the run and from the police and avoiding jail time.
Andy, it's okay, man. That's why we put the trigger warning on here, so you guys don't come into anything that's unexpected. Good morning, Beige. Hello, Punk. What's going on? JMS, exactly, man. This is some deep shit we're getting into, guys. This is some deep shit. You're a strong person to be able to talk and share this with us. Incredible. That was from Sales Pro, and he gave us 100 bits.
Thank you.
Beige with the love hearts. Cabbage, Joey. Wait, what is happening? So, Lavalto, we're just doing a little bit of a chat about mental and physical abuse as children. Some of the stuff we're getting into. So there's a trigger warning on the start of the stream, like in the title. So just be aware, guys. There's going to be some deep shit we get into. Crumpy, what's up? Just started a new work. Hey, no worries at all, Strife. No worries at all. Just so you guys know, I'm doing shout-outs slower as to not... No, absolutely, Mirage. You're doing a great job. Thank you. I just leant into the fucking phone again. Why do I lean into shit? I'm not talking to him through the phone. Fuck me. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much...
And... Yeah, so from there, my mother and her boyfriend end up getting married. And we never got along, my stepfather, you could call him, but I never really called him my stepfather. I fucking hated him.
She won't even call me daddy.
I hate that fucking term. I fucking hate that term. Like, it just fucking... Oh, it's disgusting. It just fucking gives me fucking... Ugh. Anyway, he was physically abusive with the girls as well. I think it's because, like, he had the boys and he was raising the boys with my mother, and we were just kind of in the way. So whenever we were trying to get involved or something with activity or family activity or something, he would just get really abusive.
I'm going to read that one after the stream, Jono, because I'm going to talk in a minute, but I'm going to definitely read it after the stream, alright?
So he would hit us and flog us as well, and we'd have our own designated area in the house that we would have to stay in, and we couldn't leave. There was only certain things that we could do and eat and join into with, like, anything to do with family stuff. It was just the boys and them two. So I was not in a very good mental state growing up. I just didn't want to be. I just felt a lot of responsibility on my shoulders, being the older sister and practically the kid's mother growing up. And I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I can't fucking do this anymore. Like, I felt like I was never going to actually grow up and have my own life. But it happened. I grew up.
Yeah.
But for me to actually let go of my siblings today, like it's only happened the last few years of my life that I've let go of my siblings and let them live their own lives and grow up and make their own failures and make their own decisions.
Because all we used to do was try and help them.
Because I was so used to protecting them and making sure nothing was going on wrong in their life, and it was really hard for me to let go and let them grow up by themselves, because I was always their, like, protector, because all the fucking crap that happened to us as kids, I just didn't want anything bad to happen to them growing up. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that's happened to my siblings in their adulthood that I could have never have prevented, and I blame myself a lot for the decisions that they've made. I always say, you know, why didn't I try harder? Why didn't I pick it up? Why didn't I, you know, pick the signs up? A lot of things, but I can't do that because then it just ruins my own mental health. I'm only one person. I've got to realize that, and as much as I try and help a lot of people and make changes, and a lot of, like, especially my siblings, I try and make a lot of changes and help with their direction. I've got to let a lot of people and my siblings make their own mistakes, because that's how people learn, from their own experiences. So yeah, that's pretty much my childhood. I mean, I probably missed a lot, but that's pretty much my childhood skimmed.
Guys, don't worry. We will get to all your comments, by the way. I'm keeping it, like, lit up so I can catch them all. Thank you to everybody for the hosts, by the way, guys. We've got alerts turned off just during this chat, because we know Crumpy's alerts are really full on and they don't really fit the mood. So we do have the alerts turned off. So thank you to everybody for the hosts, by the way. We really appreciate it, especially getting more awareness out there, guys, about this type of stuff, and being able to talk about it and share the stories is what we're all here for. So thank you. This is from Punk. Yo, my heart hurts for you. Didn't realize how deep we were getting. It's trash that this is something you've had to deal with again. My heart hurts for you and hope happier times for you. I promise I'm going to get a pay. Hey, don't worry about anything like that, Punk. It's all good.
I appreciate the everyone saying how sorry they are, but I want you to know that in my head is, if I didn't go through all the stuff that I've gone through in my life, it wouldn't make me the person that I am today.
Yeah.
So in one part, I don't know if I could say that I'm grateful or not, because it's made me such a strong person today. So open-minded. I'm not easy to judge. Like, I don't judge people. I hate fucking judging people. I'd rather sit there and have a chat to them and get to know them.
Yeah.
It makes me the person. It makes us the people
who
we are today. So we're really grateful to have every single one of you in here opening up as well with us, because you'll find that this is only going to make you guys stronger the more you talk about it.
Yeah. Andy, it's fine. I understand. I've been through a lot of stuff myself, and I have autism myself, so that story kind of hit me. Absolutely. You're from Shane. You're amazing, Queen Z, to talk about. Talk about that. My past isn't that bad. Freeman, how should I go about speaking to somebody about mental health, like doctors or someone like that? Go to your GP.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first step, Freeman. Go to your GP. He'll be able to refer you to other, like, specialists
Where
and he'll be able to send you
is
off
he?
to
Is he an Aussie?
Freeman. Are you from Australia? I'm just gonna skim through some others while we go.
I know if you're Australian, you can go on a mental health plan, and then you can have so many dedicated visits to
Yeah.
a psychologist.
Yeah.
And they can set up a mental health plan. It's nothing to be scared of. It's just
No.
literally a person you can go and speak to.
Yeah.
You can share as much or as little as you want.
Rue, we love you, Queen and Crumpy. You are both the strongest people I know, and the fact that you are using your experiences to change other people's lives is a credit to you both. Thank you, Rui. Love you, Crump. Love this kind of content, brother. Thank you, Joey. Wait, do I host or no? Hosting's okay. Alerts are off.
Yes, he's in Australia. Yeah, so you can go to your GP and they'll set up a mental health plan, and you automatically get 10 free visits to a psychologist, and you can go and see them as much as little as you want, and you can tell them as much as little as you want.
Yeah.
You keep going, or you can stop. It's not mandatory because you're the one who voluntarily put yourself in that position. I know a lot of people are scared to go and talk to therapists because they think that if they say the wrong thing, if they open up too much, they're gonna lock you up.
They're not.
But seriously, that's all confidential.
Yeah.
It's all confidential. Yeah, you can say as much as little as more. The more you go, the more comfortable you're gonna be speaking out about it, and it's actually one of the best things you can do for yourself. I've been in therapy. Crumpy's been in therapy.
Yeah.
It's actually changed our lives.
Alright, this is from Freeman. Yeah, it's really hard right now because I'm in the army and things are very different to civil life in regards to docs and where they send me to. Not sure, I'm not sure what they would do with me, JMS. Alright, so first off, Freeman, thank you for all your service, sir. We appreciate anybody who comes in here who's helped our country and been on the front line, whether you're on the front line or not. I consider anybody who's been in the Army, the Air Force, the Navy to actually have helped our country. So thank you for your service. I'm not sure sort of around that. I'd probably call
No, I would still go to your doctor because we actually know somebody that was in the military that had a hard time earlier in the year.
Yeah.
And he went and saw his GP and went on a mental health
Yeah.
plan. So, I think you might just get brought up in the queue if you want, and if you put it that way. If there's a waiting list, to see a psychologist,
probably move you to the front.
they'd probably move you to the front.
No problem. Mental health is extremely important. People who judge people, I have no time for. Exactly, George. I've got a quick story about judging people, right? Today, Cairo came home from school in tears, right?
Yes.
Cairo came home, he got into the car. Whenever we pick Cairo up from school, right? He's got a big smile on his face. He's always happy to see us. And today, he got in the car. He didn't have any smile. He didn't have anything, right? And I'm like, Kai, what's up? And he just broke down. He just started crying.
He just cried.
He wouldn't talk to us in the car. He wouldn't say anything.
No.
We were trying to ask him, and he said, Dad, just leave me for now. Can we talk when we get home? I was like, okay, son, I got you. So we got home. We had this big conversation with him.
What was nice, though, that River and Ellie got involved as well.
River and Ellie could see Cairo crying in the back on the way home.
Yeah.
And they were like, Cairo, are you okay?
They could feel his pain.
Yeah. They were actually really, really loving towards him this afternoon. We got home and found out that some girl was being very mean to Cairo and told him to go to the gym and told him he was fat and called him he was fat and he just lost it. And
it was the size of the universe.
And we sort of spoke to him about it,
but we found out that this girl has not only bullied him today,
she's been bullying him for the whole year.
And he's only just had enough. He's only just got fed up and it got to him today.
Yeah. So we sat with him, we spoke to him about it, we talked to him, we comforted him, we made sure he was okay, and after we chatted to him, he felt a lot better. He knows that we're there for him, And we pretty much just said to him, hey, look, next time anybody says anything like that to you, turn around and ask them if it made them feel better that they said that to you. Turn around and ask them how they would feel if somebody said that to them. Don't cause a reaction, like don't trigger another reaction because that's trying to get to you. Ask them what would happen if the shoe was on the other foot, and ask them if it's okay that they say things like that. And that's sort of what we said to him this afternoon. We were like, just remember, Kai, Mum and Dad are always going to be here for you after school. Regardless of what's going on at school, regardless of anything that's happening at school, you know you can come and talk to us after school and we're always going to be there. And we tried to, like, if it was me and I was just being me, I would have told him to tell her to go and get fucked. But because he's still got like 5, hey Coco, good night, man. Love you.
Good night, Coco.
Because I wanted to go about it the right way, because he's obviously still young and he's learning, I said, hey, just next time ask the girl, what if the shoe was on the other foot? And what if you called her that name, and how would she feel? If you know what I mean. Like, we tried to flip it so that way she could see, so she could, like, he could show her that it's not okay. I mean, I was fucking fuming. I was like, where's this fucking girl's father? I want to go and talk to him. But we can't do it like that these days. You've got to, especially in high school, you've got to let them deal with it themselves. So I was trying to turn it around and make it so he understood that it's okay to say, hey, how would you feel if I said that to you? And he said this girl was short and chubby as well. Yeah. And he said that, like, she said that to him. Like, how would it feel? Like, if the shoe was on the other foot and he was bullying the girl, everybody would be up in arms.
He's a very soft kid.
He is, and he's a very emotional kid like his father.
Yeah, he might be big and tall, but he's very emotional and a very soft child.
Yeah.
So a lot of little things get to him.
Yeah.
But Crumpy went through a lot of
and that's what I explained to him as well, is that I went through a lot of that stuff when I was in high school as well.
Image bullying.
So he could have he understood that I went through all that type of stuff as well. So
we went through 2 different types of bullying, because you got bullied because you're a big bloke, right?
Yeah.
I got bullied because I came across as a slurry. So
yeah.
I was like the big fucking image of, oh, don't fucking talk to her, don't look at her because she's a slut. And then you were like, fucking, ew, go and eat a fucking another Big Mac, you fucking fat cunt.
And we knew.
You just can't win.
We knew when he was going to high school that we would need to be there for him. We knew he was going to go through this stuff. Because we went through that stuff when we were in high school.
Yeah.
So we were already prepared for all this stuff when we knew he was going to high school, because we knew he was going to have days like this because of his weight and how he is. But it's not like, if he turned around to the girl and said, hey, do you know what? It's not even my fault. I've got a disability. What would she have said?
Probably just laughed.
She would have laughed at him, and that's the way, like, it's not okay. Hang on, I've missed some stuff. Let me go back. I've got to go back a little bit. Hang on. Sales Pro. Once you were responsible for yourself, you obviously made some difficult decisions. You certainly could have chosen to be the victim and allowed to run your life, but you chose to share it and be very strong for others. Outstanding. Proud of you for doing this. That's really nice. Thank you, Sales Pro.
Thank you.
I've been really struggling mentally lately, and I wonder if it's my past. Definitely, things can trigger in your life, and you don't even know about it.
Yeah.
I don't mean to plug the podcast, but I feel this is appropriate. Cheerio, absolutely. I think VIPs can share links, Cheerio. Hi, Queen and Crumpy. Can't stay, not feeling well. Thank you, Steph. In the UK, we have some charities that you can speak to, men's, women's. Yeah, we have that in Australia too, Johnny. There are helplines, yeah. George, I speak to a therapist regularly, and they have strict keep in what's said within that room. They don't even mention anything about you to their next... Exactly. Mm-hmm. Everything is confidential in Australia. Strife. I tried talking to 2 different therapists once, and when I was done, explained to them what I was feeling and why I was feeling the way The question she asked me was frustrating because it's like they never listen. No, so they try and look further than the issues you're having at the time. So they try and look deeper than the actual thing that you're trying to talk to them about.
They might only say like 1 or 2 words out of the entire session, but it makes you think about.
It's you supposed to be reflecting rather than them telling you what to do.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be you working it out for yourself.
They're not there to give you a direction.
Yeah. They can't tell you what to do.
No, they're there to help you change your mindset and realize your own direction, your own path.
Wow, that's so horrible of the teen girls are awesome. Corey, don't let these get to you. You're a legend. I remember when he took over the stream. He's such a cool kid. He is such a cool kid.
He is.
And he makes me proud every day.
He is. He's a good boy. He's just a very
misunderstood.
Yeah.
That's why we want to get this help for him, so that way we can help him.
I mean, he's a big boy, and we've tried everything we possibly can for him, like different diets, different types of food. We've put timers in like involved with food, and because of his eating disorder, it's so fucking hard to keep his weight under control. Yeah. And at the moment, the last couple of years, he's just seeming to get, like, doesn't matter what we're feeding him, he seems to just be getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's why we're trying to get as much help for him as soon as possible. But it still doesn't excuse the fact of how people say things to other people. It's just disgusting.
Felco, that's good. Damn, I was bullied by my teachers. Oh, that's no good, Fel. I feel really bad. Jaff, I'm sorry. I feel really bad saying Felco. I don't know why. Jaff, I love you. Just know that. My mum would come and say a little hello to him, if you know what I mean. Yeah, exactly. Like, if I was the way I was, like I'm now, like I want to go find this girl and ask her who her parents are and go and talk to her parents and say, look at what your little girl's doing to kids at school. And I'm sure they wouldn't be happy about it. Do you know what I mean?
We just don't want Cairo. Like, I know, I have this feeling, like as much support that we're giving him, I've just got this feeling because we've been through it as a kid myself, that
he's going to have those thoughts.
I don't want him to go down the suicidal track.
We don't want him to have those thoughts.
But because I've been there. Like, I've been there. I know what it's like. I know what the thoughts are like. And being bullied for your weight can really get to fucking some kids. Like, it's really bad.
I'm having flashbacks of high school. Been there, done that shit. Yeah, I know. We've all had that stuff, and that's why we're trying to help him as much as we can. Cousin Joe, I lived in a real bad part where I grew up, and I got bullied because I was short. I got jumped getting off the school bus every day. Yeah, exactly. And we're sorry if we're triggering things in your memories, guys. We're trying to talk, like, the reason why I brought that up was because I just wanted to say that I'm proud of the way that Kyrie dealt with it. He didn't let it get to him at school. He waited to get in the car for it to affect him. And the way that we were able to respond to him and be there for him, we just wanted to show you guys that it's okay to do things different ways. Yeah, that's what I said. That's in my head. I was going, they can get fucked. Who's this girl picking on my son?
But we're so proud of him that the fact that he shared it with us.
Yeah, and he told us what was going on.
I'm glad that he has that comfort and that connection with us, that he can be open with us and tell us these things. So
my nickname is McMuffin Shane. You're beautiful inside and out, Shane. Mirage, just so you all know, I love you all, and I think each and every one of you in this chat are valid and wonderful people. You have made it this far. I'm proud of you all. Mirage, that's exactly on point. And it's good that people can come in here and let this out and talk about it in here. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that we do these Mondays now, because it's good for everybody to get a chance to have their voice heard and have their voice spoken. Punk, I got the shit kicked out of me a couple of times from the kids in my school after I came out. That's not okay, Punk. That's not okay. And I'm sorry you had to go through that. Mozzie, your son is strong deep down. Yes, he is. And the reason why he is so strong is because the way we've tried to raise him. the way we've tried to bring him up, the way we've let him know that we love him, the way that we've let him know that we're there for him regardless of how he is or who he is.
We've said that to the boys a lot.
Yeah.
Even like River's a lot on the feminine side, and we've put across the boys, or all three of our kids, for a very long time, as long as I can fucking remember.
It doesn't matter
Who you are, who
or
you love.
who you want to be.
Yeah,
We're going to love you regardless of how you are.
yeah. And it's good to, I'm so happy that they know that, because yeah, I still feel like one day River's going to turn around and say,
Because he likes his hair long.
he there's so many different
Signs.
but he could be just a feminine male.
Like there's nothing wrong with that either. Like,
no, there's nothing. But
we're gonna love them regardless of how they are. At least they love us and we love them,
yeah,
and that's all that matters.
but we
love them
we
inside
make
and
sure
out.
we tell them that it doesn't matter who you are or how you want to be, or how you want to act or whatever. Don't let anybody tell you different. You be who you want to be.
And guys, if you want to watch the rest of this podcast, I'm gonna upload it to all. I suppose it is sort of a podcast, but not really. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube in the next few days. We did the last one, so if you want to watch last week's, guys, last week's is already on our YouTube. So !YouTube in the chat if you're not subscribed already. Last week's one's up already. I will upload this one as well. Yeah, I'm going to talk next about sort of my childhood and stuff. So that should be, good. All right, here's the link for the podcast. Thank you, cheerio. Medication doesn't help as well. Yeah, medication might be not helping him. Hello, Chaotic. How are you? Welcome to the stream. It's fine. Keep calling me. I'm sorry, Jaff. I love you, Jaff. Teachers never give a fuck. They're all assholes. Yes, absolutely. I was a big lad, but I cut carbs out and I lost a lot. But it's a hard diet to take on. Yeah, I've tried to diet so many times. I just like food.
See, I've tried to diet as well. I mean that could be another topic we can talk about next Monday.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff that we can talk about with like body image.
Yeah.
And food stuff.
Yeah.
But we can talk about that next Monday.
Andy, I did something really bad last year that upset a lot of people to the point of receiving death threats, and even had someone to tell me, well, Andy, just know, man, our messages are always open. If you don't feel comfortable enough talking about it in here, Andy, you're more than welcome to post it in our Discord, in the mental health chat in there. You're more than welcome, man. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Sorry I don't talk much during these sessions, but I'm here to support you. Hey, no worries, Knight. Got you. Have a good sleep, man.
Thank you for the follow, Moz.
Thank you for the follow, Moz. Pump,
Oh my God, get out of the fire.
Just say, relate to Cairo. I know, by the way, which is such a cool badass. The high school doesn't like. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we tried to say to him. We said to him today that high school is only.
Really?
Really?
Like, come on, mate. Okay, thank you, Scrapsy.
I'm glad we have words where we can stop them coming out.
Yep.
Have a good night. Love you, Shane. It's fine. It was Wyoming. It's not fine, but yeah. Had more than 10 sessions with my psych, and I'm still working through my trauma. Jaff, that's so good to hear, man. Like we always say, go and talk to somebody about it.
And that's another thing. If you've had 10 or more sessions with your psych, don't be ashamed that you're taking longer than others to recover.
Yeah.
Like,
it just means you've got more stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Some more stuff to sort out.
You take as long as you need.
Yeah.
Just because you're not, everyone else thinks you should be going faster or should be healing faster than anybody else.
Yeah, nobody is like that.
Everybody different, and everybody takes their own time.
Hang on, I'm nearly caught up. Okay, I'm going to have to start my day. Leaving you host up. Hey, thank you, JMS. I appreciate it, man. Like I said, guys, If you want to watch the whole thing, I'll be uploading it to YouTube tomorrow or the next day. Moz, I nearly got arrested because I visited my friend's house and said, make yourself at home. So I threw him out. I hate having visitors. Okay, understood. Food is Pog. Hello, hey PTSG, what's going on, bro?
Which cord is the charger?
For
The phone.
oh yeah, it's not going flat. Hang on. It's the PlayStation one, the one that the controls. Borksy, I think saying teachers don't care is such a blanket statement. I had one teacher that kept me going when I wanted to give up on the world. Some teachers do care, like some people care, but others may not. Yeah, so going back to that, Borksy, we had a meeting with Cairo's teachers during the second term. We had a meeting with Cairo's teachers during the second term. And while teachers in the playground, it's really hard for them to try and see what's going on and understand what's going on. All of Cairo's teachers know what he's going through, and they all know about, because we actually went to them and told them in the parent-teacher meeting. So all of Cairo's actual teachers know what's going on. But if there's a teacher out there that doesn't know what's going on with Cairo, they think he's making up stories. Like some teachers just think, because they see him in trouble sometimes, they think that it just, yeah.
Like, for instance, because of the incident with the girl with Cairo today, Cairo was obviously, that's all that was in his head all fucking day.
Yeah.
And he was being irritated in class, in one of his classrooms. And the teacher said he was disrupting the class, but he was sitting there tapping the desk.
Yeah.
So he was being agitated. And he was thinking about the girl saying what she said all fucking day. And because he couldn't help himself and stop tapping the table, he got a detention. He got a detention today on top of everything.
Yeah.
So,
hey Zupo, hey Mojo, what's good, bro?
I wish some teachers out there would be more mindful.
Damn, your mods are like, yeah, Mozzie, I had to get some more the way the channel's going lately and the way we're growing. So I've brought on one new mod, Scrapsy. Well done, Scrapsy, good job. I'm a natural skinny person and copped heat from it. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're big. People are always judgmental on other. It's disgusting. I had a teacher that really opened up my eyes and changed my direction in life. Or exactly, some teachers can be amazing, and I've had that as well. So please don't think, yeah. If you have not joined our Discord, please do so. We have a section for mental health and a safe place for you to talk to each other and members of the community. Yes, jump in the Discord, guys. The Discord link is fixed. I'm here getting ready for work, bro, but I'm always here for mental health. PTSG, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that, man. Hello, Billy. Thank you for the host. Cabbage, in my opinion, teachers do care. They're just so busy and overworked and have 30 kids. Yes, which is what happened with Cairo at the other school. He was overlooked because there were not enough teachers there. Exactly correct, Cabbage. What did he say? I'd have some words with that teacher. It is not nice. Yes, he had to do a detention today. I've been bullied and picked on just for being autistic and different from everybody else. Yeah, so that's why we're talking about these things and making more awareness out there. I don't think enough mental health awareness gets put into kids.
Yeah.
Especially in high school.
Yeah.
Because they, for one, they don't really take it seriously. And two, I think there should be like they have a sex ed they have sex ed chats in high schools and primary school now. I think there should be mental health talks and about the way people talk to other people in school. Because that's the starting place where people get fucked up things in their head, like in high school. If someone's constantly calling you fat, walking around calling you fat all day, like that's no good for your mental health. I think more mental health awareness needs to be brought into high schools.
Yeah.
For sure. Because maybe if these kids seen the damage that they do to some kids,
Like
just by saying words.
I had an experience. I used to be bullied that much at in high school. I used to have a group of kids wait for me at the school gate every afternoon and chase me down the fucking road just so they could smash me. I used to run my little heart out every single afternoon just so I could get home and not get fucking my brains blown out. The leader of that group, when I was 25 years old, so about 6 years ago, she actually rang me. She rang me and told me that she's gone through therapy for all the stuff that she went through as a kid, and her actions from all the crap that she went through as a kid, and what she did to try and deal with what she went through was to bully other kids, which was me, and she rang me up to apologize for all the stuff that she went through, or what she put me through as a kid. And I was fucking shocked. I was like, how the fuck did you find me? How'd you get my number? But yeah, for her to fucking ring me up and apologize, I was like, oh my fucking God. Yeah, it was absolutely mind-blowing.
Oh my God.
I never thought in a million years that would ever happen. But
Oh my God.
it's like shit you'll never forget.
I'm so dead.
It's shit you'll never ever forget.
The only stuff I missed was from ballistic there, from there. So just read down from there.
Here,
No, down.
More?
Ballistophobic. There. Yep.
this one.
Yep.
My mental health started in year 9 and got worse after my first real breakup. The girl cheated on me, messed me up for years.
Yeah, so that's why I think there's not enough mental health awareness in high schools. I think if we start at the start and we start educating the kids, that way when they grow up, it's going to be a lot easier. And I think high school would be a lot easier if people could actually see the damage the damage kids do to one another.
And I think it would help if they got. I mean, I know how fucking hard it would be to get, but like for certain schools, right, get their own students that used to go there 5 or 10 years prior to the students that are there today. Like, for instance, us as adults, like me and Crumpy as adults, go back to the same high school as Cairo and tell them our experiences.
Give them a story,
and how it
and
how it affects us today.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a real big eye opener to the students. Oh my God,
Like, we're sorry the alerts are off while we're doing a mental health chat.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much for the raid, man.
43 people.
Loke, thank you so much, man. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We're just doing a
Hi,
mental
everyone.
health chat. Guys, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We're just doing a mental health chat, guys, about some things that may be triggering, so just be warned. We're doing a mental health chat. Loke, thank you so much, man, for bringing your beautiful community in here. We really appreciate that. Loke, I hope your stream was good. Welcome to the chat, everybody. My name's Crumpy. This is my beautiful wife, Queen. She's pushing things over my head.
Yes, because it was covering your
it's okay.
face.
Guys, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How are we all today? We're just doing a mental health chat and talking about some stuff. Loke, thank you so much, man. We appreciate the love, Loke. You're a fucking legend. Welcome in, everybody. This is my wife, Queen Zara. I am Crumpy. We're just doing a mental health chat. So that's why there's no alerts on, guys. We're still hyped that you're all here. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming in on the raid. Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
Dead by Daylight. We love to see it. Loke, thank you very much, man. First time chatters, how are we, guys? Twisted Bullets, welcome to the stream.
Thank you for the host as well, Sophia.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. If you want to follow the channel, make sure you hit that follow button. There will be alerts coming up. We will see them. We will thank you. Deadly Sneaker, thank you for the follow. Also, we upload this video that we talk about up onto YouTube as well for anybody who misses it. We're just doing a little bit of chatting about mental health being in high schools, mental health chats being in high schools. That way some more awareness can be made out there for people. Loke, thank you so much, man. We appreciate the raid very much, sir, and I hope you had a great stream.
That was a massive raid.
Yeah, thank you very much, Loke.
Unreal.
Means the world to us. Alright, going back to the questions. It all starts at home, shake my head. The parents didn't raise the kids with love, compassion, and understanding. My kids better always be the bigger person and help it to each other. See, that's why we were so proud of Cairo and how he didn't react today to the girl. Because he could have reacted a completely different way and told her to go and get fucked or started an attack on her, if you know what I mean. But he didn't. He just stayed quiet and he left it alone, which is what we sort of try and bring them up. We try and say, hey, go and talk to a teacher. Hey, go and talk to somebody else. Let us know. We can try and help you with it.
The bully always, well, not always.
But they usually have something deeper going on.
Yeah, that's why
and
they
we
bully.
understand that.
That's why they bully, because they've got something else going on in their own personal life that makes them want to bully somebody else.
Yeah. Kids can be cruel. This is from Sophia. Guys, we will get to all your comments, by the way. Please don't think we won't. We will read everybody's comments. I'm keeping a track of them. Sophia said, kids can be cruel. My poor son nearly got smacked the other day because he was talking and this other kid didn't understand Daniel has ADHD and talks a lot. The other kid didn't like it and threatened him. I'm glad his granddad was there to step in. Yeah, see, that's what we mean when we say about mental health awareness in high schools. If kids have an awareness
even
about...
in school, like
even in primary schools, guys, if kids have more awareness about what's going on, like everybody thinks kids are silly, right? Kids are fucking smart, man, and they will know and they will recognize from an early age that it's not okay to bully other people.
I mean, I know they have a lot of anti-bullying campaigns in schools.
Yeah, but they don't actually talk about
how it affects people.
Yeah.
Like what people go through when people bully people. Yeah, I know they've got a lot of anti-bullying days and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But they don't think they actually have an actual session where they're talking about it.
Yeah.
On like a weekly basis. It
Yeah.
should be like an ongoing thing because it affects every single person.
Yeah. Lavalta, a few years ago I was in a really bad spot and I'm scared that if I go through a breakup I won't cope with it well. You're stronger than you think you are, Lavalto. You're strong. Let me just say that. You're stronger than you think you are, and you have the support base around you, and you have the people around you that if you fall, man, we're going to catch you. That's what we're all about here, guys. We're all about helping people up and raising people
and there's
up.
Somewhere over here.
We're not about shooting people down and not giving anybody a chance. So just know that, Deck. We're here for you, man. Guys, we will get to all your questions and stuff, by the way. So please don't think we're going to miss you. No Crumpy for partner talk today. Loke, thank you again for the raid, man. Twisted Bullets, I love what you guys are doing. Thank you so much, Twisted Bullets. That means a lot, man. I appreciate that. This is from Jono. I had a lad bully me first 3 years of high school. We went on a 1-week trip to school and where we were bunked together and become good friends. He was the way he was to hide things he had gone through in his own life. Yeah, exactly. We don't advocate for bullies. We don't say being bullied is okay or bullying is okay. But 9 times out of 10, there'll be a reason behind it. And that's why we try and find out what the subject is and what the issues behind somebody doing that are, rather than just jumping down their throat and going, don't bully somebody. Me and Queen both like to talk to the person even before we have a go at them and say, hey, what's going on, dude? Are you okay? What's causing you to be this way? What's causing you to talk to other people this way? Why? Is there anything that's going on in your life? And that's sort of how we look at everybody. That's why when everybody comes in here, we give everybody a fresh canvas. It's how you guys write on your canvas and how we build that rapport that we respond to it. Everybody who comes in here starts fresh. Just remember that, guys. We're all in the same boat. Oi, like, we appreciate you and love you too, man. No, I got you, Sophie, I think. I think I got you. Mojo, this is from Mojo. Crumpy, sorry, a little off topic, but I'm 33 and I've never seen a therapist in my life. I came from a family and place with huge stigma on therapy and mental health, so I've never seriously considered it. I have thought about it recently, don't know what to expect, maybe a little bit scared of it. What are your thoughts? Mojo, talking to somebody always helps. Talking to somebody always helps, Mojo, especially if there's things that you've got going on that you feel like you can't talk to anybody else about. If you've got anything in your life that you've done or you've seen or you've heard or anything, there could be something under the surface, man, you don't know about. So I would highly recommend it, Mojo. Just go in to talk to someone. Really, they let you do all the talking. they'll just say one sentence or one word, and they'll give you the reflection and go, they're not there to change your life. They're there to change your mindset. They're there to be able to make you figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And that's the big takeaway I took from therapy, is that they don't talk a lot. They listen, and they give you ideas and make you think, hey, what about this? What about this? Rather than just you being stuck in that same mindset. So yes, Mojo, I would highly suggest it.
Like, for instance, when I went to therapy over that chick telling me that I was a shit parent, and that my kids are the way they are because of me, I remember all my therapists said to me, like, all my shit I was saying to her was all negativity, right? It was just all negativity about myself. I was agreeing with everything that the person said to me, the way she made me feel. And all that my therapist said to me was, but aren't you the parent? That's all she said. And it was like a mind-blown explosion in my head. And I'm just like, fuck. Yes, I fucking am. I am the fucking parent, and I know my kids better than anybody else.
Exactly.
And that was just like the moment where I was like, poof. And that was therapy.
The light went on.
Yeah.
SJ, it's good to see you, SJ. How are you, man? Deadly Sneaker, thank you for the support. We appreciate it. Billy, I see you. Thank you so much for coming in, Billy. I'm trying not to miss anybody, guys. I apologize. Good night, Soda. I hope you enjoyed the stream, man. Just remember, guys, ! YouTube if you want to catch up on these chats that we have. Hello, Esty. Welcome to the stream. Bullies most of the time have their own issues going on, and it's actually a cry for help. Yes, Jono, that's exactly right. And we got you, sir. I'm at work, but have an awesome stream. Thank you, Esty. Full auto go. Anti-bullying in schools is shit. They say they care about the kids and want the kids to come tell them when there's something blind. Yeah, I've had issues with that too. Full auto girl. The kids at school say it's an anti-bullying school and they're, but really they just put harsher detentions on the kids that are bullying. They don't really sit down and talk to the bullies when the thing's going on. Hang on, Cheeps, 2 secs.
And I find, like, even with Cairo's situation today with his detention,
795920. Sorry.
With Kairo's situation and the reason why he got a detention, that just goes to show that the teacher wasn't even paying attention to his triggers.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I get there's like 30 kids in a classroom, but they need to pay attention to that shit. Like, kids sitting there tapping the table.
There's got to be a reason for it.
Obviously he's agitated and he's sitting there and his
Yeah.
fucking mind is going 1,000 miles an hour for a reason. Like, take him outside and have a chat to him. Not say, I've told you to stop tapping the table and you continue to doing it. You're disrupting the class. You've got a detention at lunchtime.
Exactly.
Like, come on, mate. Have a fucking heart.
Twisted Bullets, I love your streams. You and your wife, beautiful wife, are amazing. Thank you very much, Twisted Bullets. We appreciate the support. Tommy, I hope you're well, man. I hope you're good. Sophia, I just wish the justice system didn't just throw out a case because I was not medicated at the time of an incident that happened to me by my ex-husband. He got away with. Free to roam the streets and possibly hurt another woman. Was discharged by mental health 2 years ago but asked to go back because since the court case I've been down since February. Okay, so something happened. Sophia, I understand. If you want to talk a little bit more about it, Sophia, if you don't feel comfortable talking about it in the chat, as the Discord, we can talk about it in there. Phil, hey, are you okay? What's really going on? Nothing, I'm fine. Then leave me alone. Then leave me kids alone. Yeah, exactly. There's not enough. There's not enough. Lavalto, I used to have a very bad acne and I never wanted to take off my shirt. Hey, there's nothing wrong. Inside and out, Lavalto, you are beautiful. Inside and out. Gorm, therapists aren't there to fix you. Exactly. They aren't there to fix you. They're there to talk to you about what's going on and give you the idea so you can help yourself. Realization, make you realize what's going on.
They're there to help you to open your mind.
Yep. Question, is it bad to hide your true feelings in a way? Because I know it's unhealthy, but to be frank, I did that a lot of times just to appear happy. I do so because I just people to know that I'm okay. But then, like we always say, Billy, it's okay, man, to not be okay.
Me and Crumpy used to hide our feelings a lot.
Yeah.
Crumpy was a big one. That was something that we struggled with in our marriage, is that he never was opened with me or to anybody about his feelings or how he was feeling or what he was going through. So he would always put on like a brave face and put on like this act, if you want to call it.
And then I would go through months like that, and then I would have one day where something would just trigger me,
and he would
and I'd
fucking
just
explode.
I'd go off on a rant. I wouldn't want to talk to anybody. I would just.
He would literally take a lot of things out on.
Yeah.
You know, on one particular day, and then it would and then that would like escalate to like that.
Why
thing.
didn't you bring it up when it was going on? And then we would fight about it because I'd not said anything at the time, and then she thought it was okay, and then it just doesn't help anybody.
And then, because like that once he blew up, it became a problem, and that situation became a problem, and then it would drag on for weeks and months
And we
on
wouldn't
end. So for him to learn to be so open with his feelings now, and you guys can see it every day on stream. If he's not fucking feeling right, he'll tell you. If he's feeling sad, he'll tell you. If he's feeling hyped, he'll tell you. If he's fucking gonna cry, he will fucking cry. He's not ashamed to cry anymore. Like, he would never... It took him over a decade to fucking cry in front of me. So I'm really proud of him for being so open as he is these days. It's taken him a very long time. Why are you being silly again?
I'm not. I was opening my mouth because I had to let something out. Yeah. Open. You said open, so I opened.
What are you yelling out?
Nothing. I wasn't yelling anything out.
I'm trying to be nice to you right now.
I'm
trying to be like a really loving wife to you right now.
So
and you're just like,
opened. You said open, so I opened my mouth.
oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway.
Gorm, they want to help you heal yourself and heal wounds you never knew you had. Exactly, Gorm. That's 100% right. We never get to look back on our lives or events we've been through in today's fast-paced lives. Yes, like the chat, I'm trying to read very fast. Cheeks, thank you. Who else have we got? Luna. Good morning, Luna. How are you? Full Auto Girl. I feel like with how many kids are in a class nowadays, there should be at least the teacher and maybe one other teacher's assistant in there. The help can keep an eye on all these kids and make sure. I'm not sure what happens in the US, Full Auto Girl, but they're usually in schools over here. In the schools over here, they have a teacher and a teacher aide. So they do have one teacher and one teacher aide. Realist Rose, good morning, everybody. Stop what you're doing. Say good morning to Realist Rose. We love you, Realist Rose. Granny Yeti, hey, Crumpet. I'll be in here just to work, so I'll be in and out. Thank you, Granny Yeti. We appreciate you. Your continued support is amazing. Thank you. Welsh Venom, how are you? Good morning, Welsh Venom. Rose's here. Hang on. Cheerio, Mojo. I went for like the first time in September. I did mine over the phone, and I liked it being anonymous. It was strange, but it felt good. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes if you don't want to go face-to-face, just call a hotline.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody anonymously. There are hotlines out there for you guys.
Yeah.
Mirage.
You don't have to give it your name, details, or anything.
You can just talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Mirage, I hide my feelings a lot of times for the sake of others, and that is something I'm working on changing more of these days. Just like we say, Mirage, it's okay to have days that you're not okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Jono, not really rude. Glad about an hour on my 3. Okay, got you. Yep, that's for Rue. Sophia, what you said sounds like my current marriage. I struggle to open up about how I'm feeling and find it easier to say I'm okay. I don't want to bring him down. He doesn't need the stress. Yes, that's exactly how we were. Is I would be stressed, but I knew she was stressed, and I didn't want to open up to her and make her stress more.
And I was very open. Oh, we've got the Christmas emote!
Yay!
There you go, guys. Christmas love. Yeah, so I was very expressive with how I came across with my feelings. So I always felt like Crumpy wasn't hearing me, so I was very boisterous. and Crumpy would just like ignore the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
But I understand why, because I was getting so fucking frustrated and
I didn't want to
stressed
bother her
out.
with that stress that I was going through.
I felt like I had to go to that level to get his attention, but I didn't. We actually, all we needed to do
Was
at
talk
the
about
end
it
of
together.
yeah, all we needed to do after all these fucking years was sit the fuck down and spend a couple of days just sitting there talking to each other.
I think you need to take the. I think you need to make it translucent, because the black's coming up and showing. Welcome to the stream. I can't read that. Lilac Love, super behind but came over. Hey, thank you so much for coming, Lilac. We appreciate that.
What?
The
Oh,
emote. You
I
need to get
didn't-
rid of the
Didn't I send it to you translucent?
No.
Trans fucking whatever it's called.
It's alright,
Transparent.
cheeks. Take it off. We'll fix it. It looks silly. It's okay. Afro Crumpet.
Yeah, it looks bulky.
Holding everything together and saving and working hard because my neighborhood is so bad, shooting every night. I can't wait to move next year. We pray for you, Luna, and we hope things get better. Crumpet, behave yourself, Crumpet. Yeah, I'm sorry for opening my mouth, guys. I apologize. Only open your mouth when you're supposed to. She said open, Kaiser. She said open.
I said very open. It was. Shut the fuck up.
I never speak. This is from Cheeks. Okay, this might start getting real. I never speak feelings for Liv, to be fair. She doesn't need that shit. She just tries to get me through, but doesn't work. She tries to get me to, though, but it doesn't work. Cheeks, open up more to your wife, please. If
You'll actually find
if
how-
you can know how me and Queen are, Cheeks, you'll actually find
How
that
closer.
she'll open up to you and you'll become a lot closer.
You'll be surprised how much you don't know about each other.
Yeah. We're doing awesome Welsh film. Thanks for
That's
asking.
that's what me and Crumpy realized after we started opening up to each other, especially Crumpy.
Yeah.
That after fucking 13 years of our relationship, we actually were fucking so spun out on the
That we
amount of
didn't know.
information that we didn't even know
Yeah.
about each other. And we thought we knew everything about each other. So, don't be afraid to sit down. If that person is your love and
Yeah.
you're one, there is no shame of having that conversation. And doesn't matter how long
Don't
it
be
fucking
scared
takes.
to be vulnerable, Cheeks.
Sit there and have
I
a
know
conversation.
how you are, Cheeks, and you like to laugh everything off. This is us real talk right now, Cheeks. I know you like to laugh everything off with a laugh and a joke. But some of the stuff you got going on at the moment, Cheeks, open up to your wife. Be vulnerable. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, Cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Punk, I used to have a lot of trauma and stuff, drank a lot about it, and those feelings manifested in some very ugly ways. I hurt a lot of people, but honestly, forgiveness of self, acceptance of self, and learning to be a little gentle on yourself damn near saved my life. Exactly. Stop being so hard on yourself, guys. Stop being so hard on yourselves. Self-love is the first thing out there. Self-love. You've got to love yourself before you can do anything.
And that's another thing that while you're saying that, that's another thing me and Crumpy went through is that we were so focused on each other's feelings. Like, he was so focused on avoiding telling me his feelings, and I was just so focused on trying to get him to acknowledge my feelings, that we weren't actually focusing on ourselves. So, for the last couple of years, we've actually built up the confidence and the courage and all that jazz within ourselves while working with each other.
I ate.
Really? Holy
Hey,
shit, Wild Boys!
Thanks for the raid, guys. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome.
Guys, we're just having a mental health chat here, so we've got alerts turned off. But thank you, everybody, for coming on the raid. We really appreciate that. Wild Boys, you're a fucking legend, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the follow, Hawaii.
Hawaii Thai, thank you for the follow, guys. We're all amazing. Thank you.
Great.
We appreciate that. We're just doing a bit of a mental health check. My name's Crumpy, by the way. This is my beautiful wife, Queen. We like to do something called Mental Health Mondays, where we have a chat with everybody in the room, and we like to talk about some serious things. 9 times out of 10, though, I'm being a dickhead on stream. But this is the day we be serious, even though I'm not being serious tonight. I'm trying to be. She said open my mouth, but we're not going to talk about that anymore. We're being serious. We're talking about serious stuff. Oi, Wild Boys, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome in,
thank
everybody.
you.
Welcome. This is from Punk. It took someone and a whole group of someones at the time to love me when I couldn't love myself. So what you two are doing and helping with is very dear to my heart. So glad I get to be here. Thank you so much, Punk,
Thank
for opening
you.
up and talking to us about your issues. We really appreciate that. Without you guys talking to us, we wouldn't feel comfortable sharing our stories as well. It's sort of like a big whole circle. We're all sitting in a circle talking together about what's going on in our lives and what we're doing and what we're getting up to. So please feel free to share. And if you don't feel comfortable to share, there's a Discord we have where we have a mental health channel. There's also other things as well. You guys can whisper us. You guys can message us. We can talk to you about our own life and stuff that's going on like we're doing. Billy, I'm going to head off now. This is actually a good stream and I hope to be on for long. But ever since the epileptic episodes, I've needed to get to bed early. Love you, Queen and Crumpy. Hey, we love you too, Billy.
Good night, Billy.
We hope you get well soon, man. Gorm, also open up with your wife with a therapist if it's uncomfortable, and news sharing deep thoughts with your spouse, like training wheels. Yeah, that's exactly right, Gorm. Some people feel like they can't open up with their better halves because they don't want to put them under any stress, or they don't feel comfortable, like they'd rather talk to the boys, or they'd rather talk to somebody else, which is something I've struggled with a lot as well. But once you open and you break that mold and you open up that door, you'll be amazed to find the amount of things you can talk to your wife about, like when you need to go and take shit, or when you need to go and like beat your head against the wall, or when you need anything.
Good examples.
So, I mean,
You
I
did
like
that?
to make
When
sure
I need
my
to
wife
take a
knows
shit.
when I'm going to take a shit.
This is the first thing that came to your head.
All right, I think we're caught up. These
Wow.
are times where I'll hide that I'm crying because I feel pathetic in doing it. Andy, it is okay to cry, man. I cry every day on stream, nearly. Even if I see somebody die in a video game, I'm crying. So please don't feel less manly if you're not crying, because there's nothing wrong with being in touch with your feelings. And then Wild Boy came in with the raid. Thank you so much. Guys, I've caught up. We've now caught up with chat. Guys, we're all now caught up. Wild Boys, thank you again, bro. Thank you, everybody, for following as well. We really appreciate that. We're trying to get to 3,000 before Christmas. So, and Rui fucking having a go about the emotes. Rui, it's November 11. There's 6 weeks till Christmas. So please don't start, Rui.
November 11th.
It's November 1. Get fucked, Spanksy. I see you.
November 11th.
Watching pro wrestling helps my stress. Yes, that's good. Exactly. Try and find outlets that make you happy, guys, like Twitch. Try and find more channels like this. I'll tell you right now, I know that Gorm is in here. Guys, go and follow Gorm. Gorm actually has just started to get into these issues as well. And I'm glad Gorm has started doing it as well, because it gives us somebody else. I know Cheerio does it as well. Guys, there are other streamers in here. PTSG does it as well. Guys, it's okay to talk about mental health issues. We do this every single Monday at this time. So,
and we talk about all different topics.
All topics. So just know that there are people in here who can help you. All right, can we get a shout out right now? I want a big shout out for Gorm, a big shout out for PTSG, a big shout out for Cheerio. Go and check out some of these guys as well if you believe in mental health issues, if you believe in talking about these things, because these guys are other places where you can feel safe. There are other places where you can feel loved and talk about these issues with other people. Not all our communities are starting to come together, and it's really amazing, and we love to see that. So thank you to all these people who have come in.
And all the latecomers, our full VOD is going to be uploaded to our YouTube,
yes.
so you'll be able to catch
Watch
up on
it.
our whole conversation.
Mr. Kaiser, I think the hardest conversation my wife and I usually have is explaining the situations that happen at my job in real life. It's just because of what I do, it's gotten better over the years. You'd be surprised to, like, you might think that there's some things that you can't tell your wife about. Like, you'd be surprised at what you can tell your wife about. Like, I joke about the whole I'm going to take a shit thing, right? But even if you've got something stressing you out in real life, like, I don't know, a friend of yours has been a dick, or someone's trying to control you, or Your wife should be the one you can go to with everything. She should be your best friend. Queen's my best friend.
Aww.
And that's why we're so loving, because we are best friends.
We're so loving.
We are.
We're so loving.
Even though she beats me up. But your wife should be your best friend that you can tell anything to. And just know that they're there for you guys as much as you want them to be. So if you just tell them everything's okay when it's not, they're going to think it's okay. We're not mind readers. Same goes with the wives. The wives think the males are mind readers sometimes, which actually she does think I'm a mind reader. But we're not. We're not mind readers. We can't know what's going on. Like, we can see faces and we can see you're sad and we can see other things, but I've got to pound her until she tells me what's wrong with her. No, hang on. That sounded wrong. I didn't mean pound her.
You gotta pound me.
No, I didn't mean pound her. I meant like
you gotta pound
hound.
Me.
Hound was the word I was looking for. Hound, not pound, guys. Hound. Fuck sake. The word I was looking for was hound.
And that's another thing that I love about this guy is that he will like talk, right?
Fuck.
And he just sometimes he just doesn't. He just says shit. He just says shit, and sometimes he doesn't even mean shit.
I don't have a filter.
Or he doesn't even understand half the shit that comes out of his mouth. So it's like.
I'm sorry.
It's so fucking
I'm
funny
sorry.
sometimes.
Fuck. Sophia, does not make you any less of a man for crying. I hate those that tell people to man up because they're crying. It's those people who are in the... Exactly. If anybody would ever say to me, Crumpet, stop fucking crying, you big sook or something, I would ban them from the channel. Because that's not the type of thing we want to see in here. That's not the type of thing we want to see in here. People are allowed to be emotional. Hey, if I want to cry at the Simpsons movie, I'll cry about the Simpsons movie, okay? If I want to cry about Moana, I'll cry about Moana. If I want to cry about fucking Finding Dory, I'll cry about Finding Dory. If I want to cry that Harry died in Spider-Man 3, I'll cry in Harry fucking died in Spider-Man 3. Okay?
All true.
Yeah.
True.
All true.
Facts.
All true. If I want to cry in Big Hero 6 when Hiroshima dies, what's his name, the brother? I'll cry.
You're making me cry from laughing. Oh.
Okay. So just so everybody knows, it's okay to cry. The contrasting shout-out clips to this mood. I know, right? Good morning, C-Jap. Oh, okay. She said, good morning, beautiful. And then she said, hi, Crumpy, also. Okay, good morning, C-Jap. Nice. Yeah, nice cack. Very PG. I'm sorry, I didn't mean pounding. I didn't mean pounding. Someone's having a pounding later. No, if you watch our latest TikTok, you'll realize, no. You know what? It takes more strength to show vulnerability than it does to hide it. Exactly. It's easier to say there's nothing wrong than actually talking about what's wrong. Full Auto Girl, I deal with a lot of discrimination at work because I'm pregnant. So I'm limited on what I can do, and they don't like that I can't do what everyone else does. So I get treated like shit. It's to the point I want to find a new job, but I'm too far along now, and there's no place to hire someone that in a few months I'm going to have to take a leave. Hey, do you know what you turn around and say, Full Auto Girl? At least you aren't understaffed. At least I'm here fucking working and doing something. That's what I'd be saying to them. Because I was in exactly the same way when I was still working with my back injury. I could have been at home and they were understaffed.
Wait, I'm
going to get there. I'm going to get there.
Wait, his latest TikTok shows.
Yeah, thank you, C-Jack. Thank you, C-Jack. Quit your crying because your toilet paper's... Your toilet water... Rose, I'm sorry my toilet paper water goes the wrong way. Welsh Venom, I have some stuff to do. I'll be lurking on mute. You two are great. I hope that we can have a great stream, and I'll hope to catch you in the next one. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy the pounding, Crumpet. There will be no pounding. Hey, our toilet water alone. Yeah, leave our toilet water alone, says Sarah. I cried when Spider-Man... Yeah, I know. When Spider-Man died from Thanos. Fat Crumpet, it's the anime for me. That I know, because I've watched so many, like, anime and with the kids. I've watched a lot of those movies with the kids. My oldest cried when Mustafa died. Yeah, Mustafa. It's Friday then. No. Mufasa died. Reverse toilet water science, yes. His latest tick, yeah, exactly, C-Jack, you're right. Real Rose, my beautiful family, love to see it. Pro, it's hard for me to cry in front of people, not going to lie, but I also spent 9 years in military where everything was no emotion. Yeah, that's something that you've gone through in your life. That's something that you've gone through in your life, Pyro, that would be very hard. And I can't imagine how hard it would be for you, man. So
Crazy.
thank you for the lurk, Welsh Venom. Golden Spanks. My best friend's mum died from a heart attack yesterday, and I tried to talk to him and support him and let him know that I'm there for him, but I don't really know what to say. It's tough for me to find words. Look, Spanksy, all you can do, man, is say, I'm here. I'm here if you need to talk. Because he will need his own time and space to process things.
Yeah, to grieve.
To grieve, to process things. The best thing you can do, man...
Keep checking in.
Keep checking in, asking him if he's okay.
Yeah.
Not anime. Nah, anime, not Disney, bro. Never mix them. Okay, sorry, PTSG. I find them all cartoons. I'm sorry. Max Gone Mad 1205. Thank you for the tab, Max. Good morning, Rose. PTSG, but facts. I know they're different. I know Dragon Ball Z is different to fucking Buzz Lightyear. I know. I legit cried when Ace died in One Piece. Okay, that's different. Thank you, Crumpy and Queen. Hey, that's all right. Look, I think we've covered enough mental health tonight. Like,
you don't want to go through your stuff?
I think I'll save mine for next week.
Okay.
Because we've got like a whole another week's worth of stuff. Like, we've been talking now for a good 2.5 hours.
Okay.
About this stuff, and I think it's really helped some people being able to talk about this kind of stuff. And we've got 2 hours of video, which is long enough for the YouTube.
Okay.
If you guys want another day added to the schedule, where we can do another day of mental health stuff, please let us know in the Discord.
Or if you think once a week is good.
If you guys think once a week is okay, if you guys think maybe twice a week is okay, let us know, because we don't want to overdo it, because we don't want it to seem like it's too much.
Yeah.
But we do want to be able to do it enough so we can get more awareness out there. So let us know in the Discord. Let us know if you want to see us do another day a week. Let us know if you want to see us keep it as one day. Because we can always upload, like, it's the same as a podcast like we do with Gator. We do the podcast once a week, which is really fun, but we don't want to overdo it.
Yeah.
And we want to keep you guys...
I think once a week's good. Once a week's good. You sure you don't want to quickly go over your stuff? Because next week I want to go over body image and stuff.
Well, we can save mine. Mine's okay. I don't need to get into mine anytime soon.
You don't want to cry.
Plus, I don't think I'm going to be able to get through mine in...
He doesn't want to cry.
No, I'm quite contained being happy today. I'll get through mine. I will talk about mine another day.
That's another thing that me and Crumpy have, like, kind of roles reversed. I used to be really super emotional. And me and Crumpy was not emotional. And we've kind of, like, role reversed. Like, he's always emotional now, and I'm kind of like, it will take me a lot to get me to cry.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
C-Jack, it will stay as Mondays, because it sort of goes Mental Health Mondays. It will always stay as Mental Health Mondays, yeah. So what we'll do is, because I've been finding this has been going on for about 2.5 hours, so we'll just make Mondays Mental Health Mondays and then Marbles, and we won't play any games on Mondays. We'll just do Mental Health for 2.5 hours, and then we'll do 2.5 hours of Marbles, and then that way that's done, and we'll keep story games for Tuesdays, Thursdays. I also have changed the schedule again. I apologize to everybody, but we're going back to doing Fridays now. And I'm taking Saturdays off because that's the day off with the kids. So because Queen's not working on Queen's not working at the moment.
I'm not working at all at the moment because
so Crumpy can take Saturdays off and go and do an adventure with the kids on Saturdays, like we did last Friday. So we're going to swap it back and make Saturdays the day off. Plus, I do the podcast on Saturdays. So it
if you
sort of
want
makes sense.
So if you want to catch Crumpy at all on a Saturday or Friday night, Saturday,
It'll be on the
head
podcast.
over to Gator's channel.
Yeah, exclamation point podcast. Exclamation point podcast. Pod, I think it is. Exclamation point pod in the chat.
Is there anything anybody else wants to add to today's today's conversation?
Thanks, Gorm. Yeah, I think it makes more sense.
How's everybody feeling
Yeah,
after
is anybody like need to talk more? If you need to talk more, guys, Queen will be in the Discord. If you guys need to talk more about certain things, if something's triggered you guys and you're not quite aware of it yet, or if something else is like, if you're not feeling okay with it, or if anything's upset you from what we've spoken about tonight, like we said, guys, if you want to catch the whole thing, we will upload it to YouTube. I'll either get it up tomorrow. I won't be getting anything up tomorrow. Let's just fucking stop the sex talk. Guys, I don't mean to say it, okay? We will be putting up...
Oh, shit.
we will be putting up the fucking VOD. We'll be putting it up on YouTube. No, we're just finishing. Hey, Brookie, welcome to the stream, Brookie. How are you? It's nice to see you. Nice to meet you. This is my beautiful wife, Queen Z. It's nice to see you guys coming in. I really appreciate that. We've just had a good 2.5 hour chat about some mental health issues. Thank you to everybody who's come in tonight. We really appreciate it. We're going to be getting our marbles in shortly, because what else would you rather do on a Monday morning, guys, than get your marbles in? We do have alerts off at the moment because of the mental health chat. So thank you all for coming in. I really appreciate it. Yeah, if anybody's feeling like, if there anybody, it's hit a nerve of somebody, or if it's hurt, hit. Thank you for the follow, Garbage. Hello, Garbage. Welcome to the stream. I'm Crumpy. Nice to meet you, Garbage. If anybody's feeling triggered, if anybody's feeling a little bit upset, if anybody's feeling hurt or about anything we spoke about tonight, please make sure you're in our Discord. Come and have a chat about it. Exclamation point Discord. Sartsi, thank you for the host. Fox, thank you for the host. Guys, I apologize. I missed the follow. Hey, no worries at all, Garbage. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you coming in here and hanging out. Absolutely. Guys, good morning to all of you on the other side of the world. It is 10:42 at night for Crumpy and Queen over here. We're about to get our marbles in and let's do some races and have some fun.
I really just want to add, I appreciate you all.
Absolutely.
For being so open.
Yep, everybody
and having
for coming
the
in and
courage to share your stories with us. And sitting by us and listening to us and supporting us while we're telling you our story. We love you all, and
just remember, it's okay to not be okay.
Yep, and our inboxes are open. You can call us.
Big
and
dog
if you're ready to take that step and you're in that mind frame, please call your doctor. Don't be afraid of therapy, and don't be afraid of talking to one of us or anybody else in chat, because you never know, somebody can relate to you, and you'll be very surprised. You'll be very surprised.
And just remember, guys, it can take one question to somebody to save their lives. They're on every Monday, Brookie. I don't know which part of the US you're in, but we do these every Monday night for us. So rewind your clock 2.5 hours. That's what time we start it, and we upload the conversation to the YouTube either Tuesday or Wednesday. It'll go up. But if you want to take part, you might have to get up a little bit earlier, because we do them pretty much at 8:30 our time, which is like 6:30. It's early for US, but we try and let them go for about 2.5 to 3 hours, so that way everybody can come and hang out and chat about it. But it's every Monday, Brooke. We do a mental health stream. And we like to talk about issues going on in the community. And we like to share our own stories. Yeah, so 6 a.m. We like to share our own stories. We've got already one up from last week on our YouTube if you want to check it out. And we've got tonight's will go up in the next couple of days as well. So thank you for coming in, everybody who has come in. I appreciate it all. Whoever's suggested or hosted or came in or told everybody to come and hang out, I appreciate that from all of you. These are really important for us because we like chatting to our communities and we like talking and helping anybody we can out, because obviously, guys, if we can put a smile on somebody's face, or we can help somebody, or we can take somebody out of real life for a few hours while we stream, then we've done our job for the day. We've done our job. So thank you to everybody who's come in, who's helped out, who's spoken and not been afraid.
Yeah, Andy, I appreciate the opportunity to share my story. It was hitting me hard last night, and I kind of felt like I needed to vent somewhere. Well, this is the place.
This is the place where you can do it, Andy. Absolutely, and that goes for anybody. Please, if you don't want to share, please don't feel like the need you have to share. You do not have to share, but if you want to share and you want to talk to somebody about it, this is a safe space, guys. Everything that happens in this stream stays in this stream.
There's no judgment.
There's no judgment. The chat doesn't get uploaded either. The chat from the VOD doesn't get uploaded. It's just the what we speak about.
It's just the video.
It's just the video about. So
it's not the
Queen
chat.
Para, thank you so much for the follow, Queen Para. We appreciate your follow. Thank you very much. Welcome to the stream, Queen. My name's Crumpy. This is Queen Zara. Queen Para, say hi to Queen Zara. We are mental health advocates. So we do mental health Mondays. I also play video games sometimes, not very well, but I play them. And I love chatting with my community. We're all a big, loving community. Came in from Triple S Crew. Hey, thank you so much, Queen. We appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, is everybody ready to use their emotes and get balls deep?
Hi.
Is everybody ready to get
thank you for
balls
all
deep,
your support
guys?
tonight, guys. I will see you in
Let's
for marbles.
go, get balls
but
deep.
We're about to play a couple of hours of marbles.
Marbles!
Let's get the hype up and get your balls deep.
Okay, stay there for a minute because I have to